fiberglass and wood. It's other than the fiberglass fuselage, he built it all up and painted it and all that. So it takes really extra work. A lot of these models, as I mentioned before, is almost ready to fly. So they're sort of factory built, but you have to do the final assembly. And some of them are, some of them aren't, but they still take a lot of hours and a lot of patience and a lot of skill. P-47, if they're doing a quick walk-on, he's getting ready to taxi out and enjoy that. It's a little different genre. That's a World War II airplane. That one's got a 55cc engine in it, a two-stroke engine with about a 23-inch propeller, so it's like a lawnmower running out there. And Joe, his passion in this hobby is what's called pattern flying. And there's a big contingent of those guys at this field that fly pattern. And they fly a very regimented, strict group of aerobatic maneuvers, very precise. And so Joe's an extremely precise pilot. And doesn't have a pattern plane out here today, but he's got a warbird out here so that we can enjoy that and doing a nice big slow roll. So that airplane that Joe's flying is plywood and balsa wood all built up and then covered with fiberglass and then painted. And so they can be, they're pretty durable finishes. You got to be careful, but they're really, really fun to fly. And it does a nice slow pass for us so we can see the airplane as it's flying. You can see the arc of the propeller, a big, slow victory roll, turning into a nice left-hand turn, and then it kind of come around. And you can see, you notice how when he gets out there, that the plane calls what's called silhouetting. And that can be a real problem where you can get disoriented. So you've always got to be a few seconds ahead of the airplane. You're telling it what to do. But once you get behind the airplane and it starts telling you what you should be doing, then things go bad. So we always stay on top of the airplane, so we're always a little bit ahead of it, so that it never gets ahead of us. Beautiful 4-point roll. The P-47 in its day was a World War II airplane, I'm sure we all know, or most of us know. It was originally designed as a fighter, but it was so big and heavy that they ended up using them as a ground attack aircraft, and they had a kill ratio that was amazing. They were tank attack airplanes, and they would go in and strafing runs, and they would shoot up trains and tanks and you name it, anything that moved they shot at. And P-47s, and they're very, very large airplanes in their day. If you put that next to a P-51, it's much bigger. The big radial engine airplanes like the Corsair and the P-47, they were huge airplanes. They were massive, and they carried a lot of weaponry and a lot of ordnance. Now, there's a huge fight in the warbird world of World War II airplanes, of Corsair versus P-51. Everybody who loves P-51s say P-51s was the best airplane in World War II. Everybody who loves Corsairs say the Corsairs were the best. Well, I have to say that I know that Corsairs were the best because it's my favorite airplane from World War II. So don't get me wrong, I like the P-51, but I love a Corsair. Now Joe's dirty, he's got his gear down, so he's getting ready to come in and land with this. And this airplane, you notice, only has 2 main wheels instead of 3 like the jets. Have tail draggers want to weather vane into the wind, where the wind pushes on the tail, it turns it sideways. So it can make them a little bit of a handful when you're taking off and landing. But Joe's got so much time under his belt flying, he's going to come in and do a beautiful 3-point landing and give him a round of applause and tell him how good that flight was.
Let's go, Joe! Well, I hope you got that landing. That's the best one I've done all day.